Welcome back. Okay, like we earlier began to say today, we brought you a very beautiful package because we actually have a resource person, someone who is an expert in the field of marriage, an expert of handling cohabitant issues, marital issues, relationship issues, and other societal issues. And this is no other person than Counselor. I'm going to call him Counselor Tume Eric. Welcome, Counselor.
Thank you very much, my sister, and thank you to the great public we have out there. I'm humbled and really challenged to be part of this very crucial matter that touches the society. I appreciate NGTV for putting in place something of this magnitude. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, we thank you so much for taking the rendezvous also on behalf of our viewers out there. And so we are grateful. All right, we still give you more time to fix your butts again on the chair. Remember, we got an interesting one for you. And before we unveil to you the issue of today that we are tackling at the platform today, just take a little breath again. Breathe in, breathe out as we take this transition and come back. You understand? Okay, maybe we just go straight into our issue of today. And so, looking at the issue of today, Counselor, we had this file that came in from no other person than Sophia. Sophia has been married to Dr. Hicks for for 7 years. You understand? They now have 3 kids. And so, being with Dr. Hicks for 7 years, they now have 3 kids. And the family of Sophia is like, you people have overstayed in this relationship. It's high time you people legalize it. It's high time you people make it formal. You already have 3 kids, and it's high time you give your children a legal statute instead of living this way, so that your children also will not be like the children born out of wedlock. There, you remember, children born out of wedlock normally have some kind of negative impact that usually accompany them. And so the family of Sophia was like, it's high time you legalize this thing with your husband. And they actually called the husband, according to the file that came in, viewers, they actually called Dr. Hicks and they sat him down, the family, and they discussed, and he actually accepted that it's a good idea. But now this is what is so shocking, it's so traumatizing, and it's playing right now in the mind of Sophia that prompted her to actually channel the issue to the platform where we discuss topical marital issues, cohabitant issues, relationship matters, and other social issues. And according to Sophia, the family had already agreed everything. They were d'accord that they formalized the relationship after having 3 children. But now, it's rather unfortunate that on the eve when they had to actually do the wedding, the traditional wedding, please, Dr. Hicks actually called the wife Sophia into the room, and this was what he said. Sophia, I'm going to put before you 2 conditions, and when you accept to those conditions, that is the platform that I'm going to get married to. You all legalize this union. And what did Dr. Hicks say? He said these are the 2 conditions. 1, I'm going to legalize or marry you formally if 1, you accept that I bring in what? A second wife. And 2, you got it there. 1, if we accept the file of Sophia. And Sophia, let me actually give you from the file of Sophia. And these are the conditions the doctor actually put in front. It says, 1, that if you will accept that I bring in a second wife, I'm going to get married to you or legalize this union. And 2, that if you accept that we will be signing in for separate properties and not joint properties, then will I go ahead to formalize this relationship. And so since then, Sophia has not been herself. She's been traumatized, and according to her, ever since that the issues in the house are no longer moving. Dr. Hicks has stopped giving her feeding money even for the children. As far as taking care of her needs are concerned, it is out of Dr. Hicks's expenditures. And so this is the issue we have today on the platform, dear viewers. We brought it to you so that, remember, your opinion counts a lot. Apart from harboring the marriage expert here, remember, we will talk based on your opinion. And so the number that will be displayed on your screen, use it please to send us text messages on what you think Sophia should do. That is the topic for today. I'm going to take the topic all over again for those of you who are just coming in. Remember, you are in the platform where we discuss topical marital issues, and this is no other program than Meet the Marriage Counselor and the Relationship Coordinator, the platform where we discuss topical marital issues, cohabitant issues, relationship matters, and other societal issues. And so welcome once more. If you're on the table, enjoy your meal. Wherever you are, just relax. It is, though, a serious platform, but a relaxation mode, because we are helping a dying soul out there. And so your contributions count a lot. The number that will be displayed soonest in front of your screens, use it to send us text messages on what you think Sophia should do. Before I get to you, Counselor Tume Eric, I want to take the topic again all over. Sophia married to Dr. Hicks 7 years now, and they have 3 kids. And the family of Sophia is like, lady, it's high time you guys formalize this issue and stop living like stop living in this kind of way that will rather affect your children in future. And guess what? After sitting the family down, talking with them, Dr. Hicks actually accepted to the proposition of Sophia's family. And on the eve of the traditional wedding, Dr. Hicks called Sophia into the room and posed 2 conditions: that only if Sophia will accept to these 2 or will succumb to these 2 conditions, then will he go ahead to formalize the union. And what were the 2 conditions, dear viewers? These are the 2 conditions. 1, accept that I will bring in a second wife. 2, we will be signing in separate property and not joint property. If you were Sophia, what will you do? The number in front of your screen, dear viewers, we need your opinion to help this lady out. First of all, back to you, Counselor Tume Eric, pardon me. Do we agree that issues like this actually happen in the world of today?
My dear sister and public, we want to say at this point on this very platform that as you have asked, the truth is that this is a contemporary issue. It is very real. It's an anthropological problem, especially from the African background. When I call it anthropological, it means that we in Africa, we have a system that we are supposed to follow for marriage. And it's also a social problem and as well as a spiritual problem. And it is very real. As you have asked, really, this is a very serious problem, and I think that a lot of people are having this same problem. If you will permit me, I will say these guys, this lady and the man, they started with a problem and they started on a wrong foundation. And if we are going to handle this matter in a rush, we may not touch all the corners of the matter. And so it will be important for us to check out some things with them and also ask pertinent questions that will help Sophia to reflect on the 7 years journey, which is not 7 days, it's not 7 months. We are talking about 7 years of being in a relationship that has not been concretized. It's really so much that they have passed through that in order to handle it properly, we really need to be able to check out some things with her and check out with some things with the man in question, because all of them are surely in pain, and most especially our friend, our sister Sophia, and many others out there.
So if I may ask, sir, you are an expert in counseling marriages as far as this town Bafusam is concerned. Okay, now if I may ask, what are some of the issues you're trying to talk about? For example, you says maybe we look at the issues that may have prompted this matter after living with Dr. Hicks for 7 years. So what can be those kind of issues? Can you enlighten us or mention some of them?
Thank you for that question. You know, we live in a society where we consider because of misinformation, because of our background, because of the economic challenges that we face. Because when you look at the story of our sister Sophia, you realize that she is probably not doing anything. And we want to do some reflections on her behalf, that probably the motivation for her going with our Dr. Hicks was pushed by the fact that she's not economically stable. One of the reasons also could be that the family pushed her into it. And the third thing was maybe she was not very mature, and so not properly informed on the relationship. So these are a few things that could have motivated this relationship. And probably all along the way, they were not telling themselves the truth. And there were some things that were hidden behind. Then now comes the counselor problem. Because when you get into a relationship that will culminate in marriage, normally you are supposed to come in with someone who is going to help you to understand what exactly you are getting into. Remember that marriage is a lifetime relationship and not a nighttime relationship. And so it becomes very challenging for someone to rush into it hastily without being properly informed. And that is what I would say that could be some of the few causes of this. In fact, neglecting the fact that we are Africans, and we know that if a young lady is to get married, the first place for it to happen is to see Papa and Mama. But most of the time, we discover that it is already happening before Mama and Papa are coming behind. And so that is why I said it's an anthropological problem and also a legal problem, because in this country, we are expected to legalize our relationships before we come together, according to the state.
Okay, so we want you making us to understand that was the first error Sophia made. But now this is something that is a phenomenon that occurs across every structure in the society, you understand? And the first thing, Sophia may not be alone. So we want to even thank her for channeling this matter to this platform so that the many out there could learn, understand from her error. Remember, the error of one person can actually be the error of many, and can actually help somebody who is about taking that same step, maybe in a few minutes. And so now, okay, let's assume that what you said is true. Okay. Of course, it's true. Those are things that happen. Sure. But Sophia did not give us a background of what actually, this is just the problem that she posed. Okay, all that background has happened and this actually occurred. The problem now is, how do we help this lady and this man to solve this matter so that either the children are not affected, or the marriage is not affected, or maybe her own life is not affected. You understand, counselor? Because first of all, we want to even congratulate this lady. This is a shock that, first we congratulate Sophia. Sophia, we actually congratulate you because you did not allow your family to sing the song. We are looking for you. Where are you? Hey, we are looking for you. Why? Because these are some things that will actually push some women to the world to take away their lives. You understand? And so we give you a big congratulations because you did not even take your life. You did not go mad. You actually took time off to think and channel the matter to the platform. Okay, before we come back to you, Counselor, I would like to remind the public again, if you're there following us or you're just joining in, remember we are live from the enclaved agricultural land basin of the West Region, Chief Town Bafoussam. And this is the platform where we discuss topical marital issues, cohabitant issues, relationship matters, and other social issues that plague the 21st generation. And so this is the topic, the file we received for this week. Sophia married to Dr. Hicks for 7 years. They now have 3 kids. And guess what? Family of Sophia is legalize this thing. They've agreed. But on the eve of the traditional wedding, dear viewers, Dr. Hicks actually called the girl in and told her, I will only legalize this union based on 2 conditions. And what were the 2 conditions? 1, you accept that bringing a second wife. 2, you accept to sign a separate property and not joint property. If you were Sophia, what will you do, dear viewers? The number in front of you, send us chip in your opinion on what you think this lady should do that will help this relationship. Remember, it could just be the voice of one, but many people are going through the same problem out there. And so we thank God for the presence of a counselor here who can actually help also to guide our discussion today. As we are expecting your text messages, over to you, counselor. Now, this has already happened. Sophia now needs solution. What would you propose, even before we go out there to listen to what our viewers have for us? What will you propose that Sophia should do at this point in time?
Thank you so much, like you did. Sophia, we appreciate you. And we are grateful that you have not killed yourself and that you are still there. There is hope for you. But for hope to be handled correctly, you need to check how far where you started. And that is upon your own self now. You need to take some proper decisions now. And one of the things that you need to consider is the marriage has ever, so long ago, was the first ever relationship ever introduced to all mankind by somebody. And he has a procedure and a principle that is followed. And anyone that follows such a procedure can never miss out. I speak to you with all my heart and to all the public out there. We know that whoever fabricates something knows how it should be done properly and knows all the details of it. And this person that introduced marriage, all of us know is God. No, you need to understand that he said, one man leave the father, leave the mother, and cleave to the wife, and the two become one flesh. Now, something happened which you didn't understand from the beginning. You didn't consider, the both of you don't see yourselves in the same direction, because you are seeing that you are supposed to be alone with that man, which is biblically very correct. From God's point of view, which all of us are getting into, is very correct. Now, but now, Dr. Hex doesn't seem to see it that way. It means you didn't understand from the beginning. Now you have a cry in your heart. And one of the things that you can do is to meet a counselor. Because every case has its uniqueness. That way we can be able to dig it deeper and be able to help you. You should be humble enough to meet someone who will be able to take you through this. You know, when this thing was introduced by God himself from the onset, all cultures that fail to respect this have gone into big time trouble. And anyone, if you have gone so far into this mess, the only thing, I will call it a mess, but not completely a mess, because you were not properly informed from the beginning. But to say, for you to get a way out, come back to the beginning. And there is someone right there whom God can use, whom can be properly informed to help you, so that you restructure your own self first, get proper information about it first, and then that will help you to be able to handle the matter correctly. Because if we just release what's on the air here and don't give you a clear information of what is going on in your family, I tell you, we might be telling you what is not very right, because we don't know exactly how it is paining you. It is true, it is really painful, but you must take the pains to open up and get to the base.
Thank you so much, Counselor, for that beautiful one. There's one remarkable point you just did there. Meet a counselor, and that's the reason why Sophia actually channeled this to this platform, where you can actually meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator. Sophia, it's not too late. You can call the number in front of your screen. You will be located exactly where this platform is. Remember, this is NG Television, the platform where we handle topical marital issues. And so we thank you so much for channeling the matter here. And so the house is open to many more who are out there in the same situation. You can actually meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator here at NG Television. And so that was a beautiful remark there, that Sophia right now at this point needs a counselor to actually put her through. And so we thank NG TV again for this beautiful initiative to harbor such platform where such issues can be channeled that can actually help a dying soul out there. Once more, thank you so much, Counselor, for that beautiful remark. So the house is open, NG Television is open. The Marriage Counselors table will welcome all your complaints and so on. If you have difficulties tracing this house, remember there are numbers in front of your screen. And remember, that's the problem of Sophia. It is the problem of many out there. And maybe someone watching us right now, maybe you have a sibling that is going through that problem. This house is open for you. You understand? And maybe it's not a sibling, you yourself. This house is open for you. You can actually meet the marriage counselor and the relationship coordinator on NG Television, and on the platform, meet the marriage counselor. And so, before we take testimony, we give you a break to digest just what we've just been saying right now, and we'll be come back. So let's take a little transition. When we come back, we take testimonies. Welcome back, dear viewers. Thank you for your kind attention to follow us this afternoon. And so we want to take testimony, the testimony that came in this week. And so this is a testimony somebody is sharing with Sophia, somebody is sharing with the platform, somebody is sharing with us out there and our beloved viewers. And this is the person, Ekole. Ekole says, I want to talk on the dangers of cohabitation. He said, by sharing this testimony is going to help somebody. And this is Ekole. Ekole says the story of a lady called, the lady is called Lorraine. Lorraine, while they were in secondary school, I'm just going to summarize what came in. While they were in secondary school, Form 4, Lorraine actually got pregnant by a guy who was in upper 6, you understand? And so when she got pregnant, she actually stopped schooling. And after the pregnancy, she put to birth, the family actually pack her and send her to the home of the boy. And guess what? Packing her or telling her to go meet the boy that impregnated her, what happened? In this house, this boy was actually living with the parents and other siblings. It was not easy. But the good thing is she put to birth a baby girl. And what happened? This is the classmate of Ekole, Lauren, when they were in school from 4. And Lauren got pregnant by a guy in up 6. And so when the family decided to pack her to go meet the person that impregnated her, she actually put to birth a baby girl. But what happened? Now this is the what struck me in the testimony. One of these, Ekole was at church reading, according to what came in. Reading, preparing for the exams. This is Form 5 now, remember, that was Form 4. That's right. And that this house is close to the church. And every time they keep quarreling, she will be there through the window peeping. See them query and so on. They will query and fight. The boy will leave the house and go. She will cry and cry. And one of the days they actually quarried and they fought. The boy left the house and went. This girl, Lauren, actually took the knife, brought the little girl that was here now with the knife outside the house and carried the knife up like this. She was at the point of stabbing the child. That this Ekole dashed out of the church, ran there and called for help, and the few people who came, they actually succeeded to remove the knife from her hand and calm her down. She was at the point of killing the child. You understand? And so this testimony, she is saying that after that incident, she's grateful to God that the child was not killed. The child now is a big girl, so beautiful, and she's now in Form 2. And Lauren is no longer with the guy that impregnated her when they were in secondary school. She's now managing a small cosmetic store, you understand? And now the child is in Form 2, and now she adores the child. So beautiful a girl. She now adores the girl, adores the child. But this is the child that she was about to kill. And a caller was in church at that point in time reading. She actually went out and rescued the situation. And so she is sharing this testimony to us, or with us, to make us understand that these are some of the dangers that cohabitation can actually pose to many who go in for that. And so, looking at this testimony that came in, Counselor, it therefore means one of the issues that we must tell the public today is don't go in for cohabitation.
Correct.
No matter how hard
Correct.
the situation may be, no matter how high your feelings may be. I don't know if I'm correct, Counselor.
You're very right. You're very right. You see, sometimes we mix up marriage with cohabitation. Cohabitation is never marriage. Actually, it's a shortcut. And when you do shortcut, it will cut you short. I would say to the public that the procedure remains the same. Before you get together, you start from the family. You start with the two of you, you get to the counselor, you get to the family, and the procedure goes through before you ever come together. Cohabitation is prompted by emotions, not by love.
Wow,
Actually,
that's a good one.
there are things that we call love, but they are emotions.
I want you to take it over again. Cohabitation is prompted by
Emotions, by sentiments, by the push of what I need to get now. But marriage is not for now. It's a lifetime. And whatever you get now may not really last. And so, people misunderstand emotions for love. And that's why they rush into it, and then they get themselves entangled. And then before they discover, they are already at the heart of a relationship that they never checked well from the very beginning. In fact, cohabitation is a shortcut, a procedure that should have been followed correctly. And that shortcut is a wrong path being taken. In actual fact, love is built up. And that is built up when you see each other and you get into counseling. That is determined within counseling.
exactly.
And if it is, you discover the good, the bad, and the ugly part of each other before you say yes. Sister, let me make this very clear. Marriage is for a man and a woman that know the good, the bad, and the ugly part of each other. And yes, yet they say, yes, I'm going with him.
So in effect, we're saying that don't just rush into it.
Exactly.
So maybe Sophia made an error, and today she's asking for help. You understand? So we must not rush. Okay, so we want to remind our viewers there, let's learn from the error of Sophia, so that our children, our sisters, our brothers, siblings out there, neighbors may not copy or fall in the same fall in the same mess, in the same trap. So in effect, this testimony by a caller is actually condemning cohabitation by portraying the dangers of cohabitation. A caller, we want to thank you so much for sending in that beautiful testimony. It's a good one. Hadn't been she was not there, we thank God. Hadn't been she was not there, that child would have died. But this is the child now, very intelligent, and she's in Form 2, very brilliant, and the mother adores her now. They may not be together again. The guy is married to somebody else. She's a single mom bringing out the girl. But there's a beauty that lies in that girl. Now, just the fact that that child is present and she's actually watching the child growing up, it has cancelled the pains of the past. Thank you so much, Ekole, for that beautiful testimony that you just sent to us. All right, we'll come back to you, Counselor, but let's take a musical break. This music to relax your muscle, digest while we're waiting for on your SMS. Remember the number in front of your screen. Help Sophia out. 7 years in marriage and 3 kids. And at the point of legalizing the thing, Dr. Hicks is like, I will legalize on 2 conditions. 1, you sign in separate property, and 2, bring in a second wife. If you were the one, what will you do? Viewers, we're waiting on your text messages.
Like the moon and the sun, she is worth more than gold. Like like the stars in the sky. She's worth more than diamond. She's worth more than silver. Special kind of woman. Oh yeah. Imama ya bwabaya. Ngozi Chukwu nke ya. She's a virtuous woman. Makanezi nwanyi dị ụkọ. Yeah. Imama ya bwabaya. Yeah. Ngozi Chukwu nke ya. She's a virtuous woman. Makanezi nwanyi dị ụkọ. She is very strong, a woman of dignity. She is prayerful, a woman of substance. She is so blessed, her beauty na evidence. Ogoni dima na kunu dia niru. Obidia, yeah. Ugebo yibonwano. Oh no, wanyi manaria. Onyomamo, simuji sike nolo. Emesi ogadima, imama ya. Yeah, Ngozi Chukwu nke ya. Baby mo, she's a virtuous woman. Makanezi nwanyi dị ụkọ. Imama ya wawa. Ngozi Chukwu nke ya. Yeah. She's a virtuous woman. Yes, you want you do corner. So beautiful. Oh yeah. Thank God I found you. Yeah. Imama ya baba. Yeah. Ngozi Chukwu nke ya. She's a virtuous woman. Yeah. Everyone in you corner. Wakeja mama wanyo mama Ngozi Chukwu nke ya na. She's a virtuous woman. Oh Lord, everyone give you honor.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Flavor, for that beautiful, soul-touching piece there. Actually, I felt like I felt like sharing some tears, Counselor. It was so touching. A virtuous woman. But Sophia was actually a virtuous woman, because to be in that relationship for 7 years, I think she's in pain.
Surely, really in pains. You know, when you hear cries from homes, I'm just seeing our sister, which we want to say, pour your heart, meet a counselor, and be helped. Many people are there. When you hear fights from within the homes, you know that indeed there are things that are happening. Some people are just saying, what will I do? Let me just remain there and struggle. Sophia actually has virtue in her, but probably was not properly coordinated
From the start. Okay, so viewers, remember we need your text messages on what you think Sophia should do at this point in time. She's really in a dilemma in a dream world. Maybe she was not expecting that after 7 years she'll actually have this kind of situation. Okay, that's it. So these are societal issues that normally occur. Okay, now we want to go straight to public reaction. Let's see what our viewers have for us out there, the messages that are coming in, what they actually have for us out there. And so we keep entertaining your messages on the number that is displayed in front of your screen. And so we'll begin by this one that we have here. This one says, this one is coming all the way from, I think you give us time to open it up. And so, first of all, doctor, you realize that it could just be so far bold enough to post this. There are some in that kind of situation, yet they are dying in silence. These are some of the kind of things that you see children out there. Where you will prompt parents to start fighting, and before you know it, out there the children are wayward. Don't you think this kind of situation will prompt you? Because these children are no longer kids; they are watching. Will it play on the growth or the future of the children?
Oh, for sure. Actually, we are talking to at least three kinds of people. Those who have already made errors, those who are watching and maybe they are bound to make some errors,
Okay.
and some that are saying, I will never get me married
Okay.
because of these troubles.
That's it.
And coming back to the family
Sophia.
Sophia and the situation with the children, with this struggle, you know, it is said that when two elephants fight, their grasses will suffer. This is a generational problem already posing, because if it comes down to the children, it will not be good. And that is why our cry is that Sophia should not watch these things, should not expose these things to the children. It doesn't matter how painful it is.
Oh, that's a good one.
It should be handled in a certain way.
And a mature way.
In a mature
Thank
way.
you so much. That's a good one.
You know, we sense that Sophia will be emotional. That is how women are. She will be sentimental. Sophia will be, as well as many others will be the same. But we caution you to have a generation behind you. Those three kids, they are potential doctors. They are potential great men in the society. Let their life not be messed up because of your struggle with Dr. Hicks.
Oh, thank you so much. That's a beautiful one. So it should be kept out of the reach or the hearing of the children. I think that's a beautiful technique there. And so let's get public reaction. We actually have this message that came in from this is Amani Malanji writing from and so she says, I don't blame the man in any way. I blame the lady for staying and having 3 kids for a man without the proper rights being done. That should never be an option, even if you are in your late 30s. Wait for God's time, because at the appointed time, He will send the right man for you. Cohabitation should never be an option. All I can advise her right now is just to seek God, because He has a solution to every problem. Thank you, Malaji Barbara, for writing right all the way from the Southwest region. And we also have this reaction that came in from Frida Lena. Frida Lena also is writing from Boya, that is the Southwest region of Cameroon. Okay, Dr. Counselor, looking at the reaction of Barbara. Barbara is like the girl would not have started the thing in the first place. But can we really blame Sophia here?
You know, blaming Sophia may not be very direct. We don't know her history. We don't know the family from which she grew up. And what our friend has just said there is a candid truth. It's raw and it is straight and it's important for someone watching us. And for Sophia, if she had had proper information, if she was hooked up by maybe the loss of what she will get from Dr. Hicks only, maybe that is what blinded her eyes from considering what must be done properly. And if that was the case, you just need to cry out and go back to God, as she has said, and then get with a counselor to help you out to come out from the whole mess.
Okay, that's a good one. All right. So maybe the blame not be thrown on Sophia too much. Okay, let's get the point of view of Frida Lena, writing all the way from Boya, also the Southwest region. And she's like, some men could be funny at times. Some men could be funny at times, eh? After all the working together for ends means, living with a woman for over 7 years and without dowry, the doctor, will have the guts to want to marry the woman by giving conditions. No way, Sophia, stay there forever. Tell your family what your man has said and pipe down there in the house, don't shake. The doctor should leave the house for you. Stay with the kids if at all he leaves. And if he doesn't leave, stay there and mind your business. Maybe a second woman might come in. Still, do not be frightened. Maybe there is more to this story than we need to unravel. I rest my case. Thank you so much, Frida Lena, for that beautiful one there, all the way from the Southwest region of Cameroon. Frida Lena is like advising Sophia to stay there. Is that a good one also, Counselor?
What can be done is, like she has said, she is to a certain extent, because we do not know, because there are 3 phases of marriage. The first, traditional. You meet the parents, sanctioned by God who created it. From her presentation, we only see legal. We don't know if they were traditionally married.
Okay.
Heaven actually backs that up when you are traditionally married. And so, if that happened, then...
From her presentation, they were not traditional. Remember, on the eve of the traditional wedding.
Oh, good. I get it. I get it. Thank you so much. You see, this is come we stay, as we call it in traditional parlance.
Okay.
And they are not married. And the only thing that can happen is if the struggle becomes so violent, she is struggling with no legal backing. She's struggling with no traditional backing. And of course, no spiritual backing, because God is not backing her up, even in this. It is becoming so hard the way I am putting it. That's why I said she will need counseling. And what we are saying at this point for our sister is that these are the 3 ways to get married: traditional, legal, and then maybe people of God can pray for you for it to be closed up. But now none of this has happened, and so any struggle that she's doing should be with tact and with prayers and with connection of counseling. If she goes by force, she will have nothing to hold a man on. If she goes by saying, I will stay with my children by fire, by force, one of the things is that she might get into bigger trouble. So she might want to stay there, as our sister has said, but then she needs to be tactful and get by counseling.
That's a good one. Okay, before we come back to get the other reactions, let's actually take some marital quotes to see what we actually telling us. We want to have marital quotes, some inspirational quotes that will actually also, we call them in our local parlance proverbs, that will also play in the mind of Sophia, play in the mind of many out there who are also going through the same situation. Let's have some of them displayed to us. And so this one says, a happy marriage is a long conversation which always seems short. And this one says, let the wife do what make the husband to stay long. The happy marriage is a long conversation that always seems short. Let the wife make the husband glad to come home and let him stay longer. A good marriage will be between a blind wife and a deaf husband. That's a good one. A good husband makes a good wife. That's another good one. Thank you so much, for we actually have so many of them. The last one.
The good husband
will make a good wife.
It means you work on yourself first.
So it's 50-50. It's 50-50. And so they are actually making us to under. Anyway, we had so many of them that came in, but normally we'll take just 5. We'll keep taking them in the course of the program. And so, but I actually learned I learned something. They say a good marriage is between a deaf husband and a blind wife. That's a good one. Meaning that a husband that puts his ears on the ground, that listens to the wife, and actually everything that you see is not everything that you get angry at. Maybe you explain it better. You're a counselor.
Deaf in the sense that women will talk. They have more of the one of the attributes of women is talking, and psychologically it's proven that the women will say 10,000 words a day, and men will say
Okay.
1,000. And out of the 10,000, you may have 10% that are very
Okay.
good. That is an exaggeration, anyways, but it is close to the truth. So the man has to put a deaf ear to so much of the talking and be focused on the major thing. And the key thing there is the persons that come together.
Okay.
Because whatever somebody says, it depends on the view from inside.
Oh, yes.
Who you are is what is very capital here. If people have come into deceptions, every little word, whether they say one or two, you will still be irritated by nothing. So the key thing here is what is the genuineness of the relationship.
Oh, yes.
Even if the word is bitter, you will forgive easily, because if you are genuine, you are right.
All right, thank you so much, Counselor. Okay, let's also take this reaction that is coming in from Wilson, all the way from Wilson Beckham, all the way from Nigeria. He says, I think the fault is on the woman. Women should know that there should be no conception before wedding. Okay, let's say the first child was out of wedlock. What was her reaction then towards their marriage? And the wicked man took advantage of her ignorance after 3 children. He say, no be marriage that. He say, I like what he just said. He say, in it, I say, born pikin with somebody, no be marriage. Women should wake up. So if Sophia can stay in a polygamous marriage, she is free to live as a single mother and enjoy the comfort of her children. It's like I should, I sound hard on the woman, but that's the truth. Thank you so much, Wilson, all the way from Nigeria with that beautiful one there. I think it actually hits a nail also on the spot. Okay, this beautiful one again we having from Kemening, Emilia. She is writing also from the Southwest region. She says, marriage is a happy institution and contracting one requires serious consideration and reconsideration. If both partners cannot reconcile on the form, if both partners cannot reconcile on the form, whether monogamy or polygamy or joint or separate property, etc., of the marriage, then they can dissolve their cohabitation. On the issue of who leaves the house or who gets what and how upon, it should be taken to a competent court for legal and expert decision. Lastly, women must stop this total dependence on their husbands for their livelihood, for the entire family. They must emancipate themselves to their active domestic roles and other than just childbearing. Our world is evolving, and women too must evolve and match with the trends of time. Thank you so much, Emilia, for that write-up. She is just like telling Sophia not to be financially independent. And so the reactions are so many, we'll keep taking them. But Dr. Counselor, again to you. Looking at all these few reactions we've just read, what is the resolution you can tell, even before we take one again, what is the resolution we can tell Sophia and Dr. Hicks?
Very good. Thank you so much. For Sophia, and like I said from the very beginning, you will need to, the very first thing is you have a relationship that has been for 7 years with 3 kids. There are already products, there are shoots coming out, meaning that this relationship will already go generational.
Oh, yes.
And if you are going to take a decision hastily, you will jeopardize the lives of those children as well as yours. And for this matter to be resolved, there is a plea, like we said. You need to meet someone who can give you orientation. You need to trust God. You need to come back to God. He is the one that started it. Because in this thing, if God does not speak, you will be doing your own. You might cry, but pour your heart to God and cry it out there. Don't try to swallow the tears and get into this thing. Get into cry. Meet a counselor. So the next thing we will say is, we said hope is not lost. Dr. Hicks is not an animal.
Oh, yes.
He is a human being. And it is just his nature that is pushing him that way. And so one of the things that you should know is that Dr. Hicks can change.
Okay. He can actually change.
He can change.
Okay, that's a beautiful one there. So we are resolving that he can change. And looking at this reaction, people are like, Sophia, it's never too late. You can still be a single mother and raise the kids if you don't want the options, or you people can still talk things out. Okay, one last reaction before we round up the program. This is coming all the way from Dubai, from Klaus Sama. He says, hi there, beautiful people. What a wonderful insight. Sometimes I would say understanding is the key factor, absent in the height of most chaotic situations. There is always a reason behind every declaration. I will advise Sophia to seek God's face, then sit her man down and discuss with him, not argue. There is a price for everything. If you don't know where the rain started beating you, you won't know where to start wiping. Thank you so much, Klaus, for that beautiful one, all the way from Dubai. If you don't know when the rain started falling on you, you will not know where to start wiping off the water. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, one last word to our Sophia and our viewers out there.
Yeah,
Counselor.
to our Sophia, please check your life. Having been for 7 years with this man, and he suddenly thinks of a second wife, but at that time, how is your life? Are you a maritable matter? Do you have are you a wife material?
It's 50-50, the husband as well.
And you should be able to check that. And for Dr. Hicks, what suddenly come upon you that you are considering a second wife at this point in time? We want to say to the both of you, there is someone at the foundation of marriage, and he is God. And if you carry your life to him alone will speak into your individual lives, as well as into your collective lives, as well as anyone out there. Hope is not lost. If you get back to him, he will surely tell you he made a man and a woman. And if you get back to him, he will surely tell you he said they were naked and they were not ashamed. In other words, they had nothing that was like, I have my own and you have your own. So there we are saying there is no benefit in a lifetime relationship, beautiful relationship like marriage, that somebody should be going through these pains for. You can be hit, you can be corrected. Remember, you started from somewhere. Remember, you cared about each other. Dr. Hicks, you can be helped. There are many Dr. Hicks out there. You can be helped. You are a Sophia out there. You can be helped by following these few things we just said and meeting the counselor and crying to God about it. We love you all.
Thank you so much for being able to make it to the program today. We want to say we really enjoy you. Okay, thank you so much. And that's it. Those are the reactions. Sophia, you may not be alone out there. There are many people who may be going through the same situation. Remember, this platform is for you. NG Television is for you. Feel free to come over. Feel free to call our numbers. Feel free to meet us right here at NG Television. At this platform, you will actually meet the marriage counselor and the relationship terminator. Meanwhile, stay connected to other programs on the TV station. We will come back to you same time next week. Take the rendezvous. Remember, we love you all. Keep watching NG Television.
NGTV, l'objectivité avec nous.
Mesdames et messieurs, bon après-midi et bienvenue sur le Hit Parade, votre Hit Parade. C'est bien évidemment le classement des chansons camerounaises, le classement des chansons afro et bien évidemment le classement de la world. Tous les samedis entre 16h et 17h, nous vous donnons même le la de la musique en termes de connotation. Et pour le compte de cette semaine encore, nous vous remercions de votre attention. Le même rendez-vous, c'est avec bien évidemment la même cadence. Merci d'être là, merci de nous accompagner encore. Voici le top clip de la semaine.
Pourquoi cette tristesse sur ton visage? Si tu as cru un instant que le désespoir viendra de moi, chérie, je peux te rassurer que tu fais toujours autant mon bonheur comme au premier jour de notre belle histoire. De notre belle histoire. On se dispute parfois au point de douter et de pleurer. Mais il faut que tu saches qu'on a nos torts, que ce qui ne nous tue pas nous rend plus forts. Chérie, chérie, nous rend plus forts. Ton bonheur c'est mon bonheur, ta joie c'est ma joie. Pas tous les jours, mais je t'aime assez pour nous deux. J'espère que tu le sais. Même si le temps passe, ne doute plus jamais de nous deux. Ton bonheur c'est mon bonheur, ta joie c'est ma joie. Tes douleurs sont mes douleurs, mes larmes sont tes larmes. Tu es mon aimant, mon amant, mon compliment pour tous les temps. Tu es mon amour, mon compliment de tous les temps. Ton bonheur c'est mon bonheur, ta joie c'est ma joie. Tes douleurs sont mes douleurs, mes larmes sont tes larmes. Tu es mon aimant, mon amour, mon compliment de tous les temps. Tu es mon aimant, mon amour, mon compliment de tous les temps.
Mesdames et messieurs, après le top clip de la semaine, nous prenons le classement des 10 chansons les plus regardées au Cameroun, les chansons qui décrochent les étoiles. Pour le classement, quelques changements seulement, oui, quelques changements seulement. 2 places de gagner pour l'artiste qui fait la fierté des chansons Goumba, c'est bien évidemment la charmante Annie Anzouer. 2 places de gagner pour le compte de cette semaine. En forte entrée dans le classement, c'est la très charmante Nat la Bombe qui fait son entrée dans ce classement pour le compte de cette semaine. Une place de choix. Elle entre directement à la 8e marche du podium pour le compte de cette semaine. Voilà en ce qui est bien évidemment du classement des 10 chansons camerounaises les plus regardées sur les chaînes urbaines qui se respectent.
Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue sur le top 10 des musiques camerounaises qui se portent bien sur le triangle et sur les chaînes de télévision qui se respectent. À la 10e marche du podium pour le compte de cette semaine, vous l'avez bien voulu, elle s'appelle Katino, la mère, la maman, la femme du peuple revient avec un titre tout feu tout flamme. Le single qui enflamme les chaînes de télévision actuellement, c'est bien évidemment Wata Foufou. Elle est à la 10e marche du podium, elle entre dans le classement. Marche du podium, le digne fils du Okam, Al Tchengo, est à la 9e marche avec le titre Essaye de me dire.
Ce que tu as dans le cœur, tu as besoin de parler, ça va te soulager. Je ne suis pour rien, moi je veux seulement t'aider. Essaye de me dire pourquoi tu ne décroches pas. Essaye de me dire pourquoi je n'ai pas tes nouvelles. Tu as besoin de parler, ça va te soulager. Je ne suis pour rien, moi je veux seulement t'aimer.
You catch me anytime I want to fall.
Au Burkina Faso, mais
Marche du podium cette semaine, elle porte fièrement le dorsard. Charlotte Dipanda et Yemi pour Sista, elles sont adorables.
You always see the best in me.
Et ton abandonnement, you know.
Tell me you can count on me.
And you can tell me.
Oh, I got you when you got me.
Je n'avais jamais compris pour être heureux et vivre des moments glorieux. Pour la bien faire.
Émile Milanguet avec son titre Grâce à vous est à la 7.
Ça a toujours été ma conviction. Le pour être absolument comblé, faut savoir compter sur les autres. À ce jour, grande est ma joie quand je vous vois tous près de moi. Permettez-moi de vous dire du fond du cœur, merci de m'avoir accepté, choisi comme votre meilleur ami, en partageant mes peines et ma joie. Ensemble nous donnons un sens à la vie, cette vie sur la terre qui n'a point un fleuve tranquille. Oh là là, oh là là là. Que l'ingratitude des gens qui reçoivent de vos multiples largesses ne puisse en aucun cas vous décourager. Car la main qui donne sera elle.
Tu me dis de t'appeler avant d'arriver chez toi. Tu refuses de me donner le double de ta clé. Ta famille.
La virtuose de la musique camerounaise, la charmante Maro Abella, qui a été propulsée de main de maître par le concours Music Star, affiche le dorsard numéro 6.
Mon bébé, s'il te plaît, dis-moi combien de mots t'as déjà. Je veux dans ma position, bébé, y a pas de problème. Si nous sommes nombreux, dis-moi, bébé, t'es pas la seule. Je veux dans ma position.
Choura, allez dire oui. Est-ce que vous ne pouvez pas vous occuper de vous-même au lieu de vous occuper des autres? Allez dire, elle est à la 5.
Some people go fashion. So when I dey come for your house, I dey come with your dame. Cause my baby must dame. Let's be a laugh. People go back when they see me with fire repasser. But I must repasser. Some people di moquer, doiter. They talk à maman di galérer. Them choquer. Cause I will never leave your side. Oh. Me and you go tacler. On change pas l'équipe qui va gagner. Them go choquer. Cause I will never leave your side. Oh.
La charmante nana du département de Trois Lettres, noblesse, dignité, élégance du côté de Paris, Christelle Ndiatou, I Need Somebody, est une véritable pulpe musicale et qui s'impose sur la scène camerounaise et à l'ouest grâce bien évidemment au hit parade. Elle est à la 4.
I need somebody in my life. Tupac, 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 Tupac. I need somebody in my life. I need somebody in my life. I do remember I got some sweet. I do remember I got some
Le père, danse ta chose, danse ta chose. La mère, chouba, danse ta chose, danse ta chose. Le père, danse ta chose.
Franco, après la chanson à succès qui a tout simplement donné du tournis à certains membres du gouvernement, avec bien sûr pour titre Coller la petite, le gars revient avec Danse ta chose. Il est à la 3.
Ce n'est pas une blague, quand Mr. Franco est là, tous les assoiffés de bons sens sont contents. J'ai ramené le son qu'il fallait, mais où sont passés tous les ennemis qui parlaient? Aujourd'hui tu wonders sur mon succès alors que je t'ai fait pendant que tu blaguais. Je veux voir tout le monde sur la piste et enfin que cet événement s'y le parfait. J'ai le secret de la bonne humeur, face au microphone, vous allez danser comme jamais. Le père, choix, tu connais le son-ci. La mère, choua, tu connais le son-ci. Pourquoi tu restais assis? Tu as seulement trop de problèmes. Tu souffres plus que qui? Aka, danse ta chose, danse ta chose.
Les gosses sont sapés. Oui, mais faut se dépêcher.
Hey, c'est le week-end, d'accord. Monsieur Salatiel confirme et reste à la 2 avec week-end.
Laisse-moi t'amener ce soir, on va gérer. Mais où sont mes gars, bagado? Aujourd'hui, il n'y a pas boulot. On consomme la colle comme de l'eau. Comme de l'eau, comme de l'eau. Mais où sont mes gars, bagado? Aujourd'hui, il n'y a pas les gros. On consomme champagne comme de l'eau. Comme de l'eau, comme de l'eau. I just wanna have some fun tonight. Drink some beer, chase some girls and end up getting high. I just wanna forget about work tonight. Drink some beer, chase some girls and end up getting high. Hurray, c'est le week-end. C'est le week-end. Hurray, c'est le week-end. C'est le week-end.
Ça c'est mon goût, ça c'est mon goût, c'est mon goût. Nyango tu me rends fou, tu es mon goût, je m'en fous. Ça c'est mon goût.
les boys band camerounais en featuring mix, vous l'avez compris, c'est Ex-Maléa avec C'est mon goût, d'accord. Et ils sont à la tête du classement des chansons les plus regardées et des vidéogrammes les plus en vue sur la scène urbaine camerounaise. Ils restent en
C'est mon goût, c'est mon goût. Nyango, tu me rends fou. Tu es mon goût, je m'en fous. Le matin qui t'abonne là, c'est un ange à cause de toi. Toutes les nuits je perds le sommeil. C'est le genre de fille, oui, pour qui les gars qui te regardent, genre on peut lancer les abeilles. Tu es trop stylé, d'une échelle de 1 à 5, je te mets 10. Vu que j'en parle, je vais en profiter. Toutes les go présentes ici ce soir, tu les délivres. Ta qualité là me fait l'os les mots. Y'a même pas femme pour toi, crois pas que je te l'eau. Trop parler, donne-toi, tu sais ce que tu vaux. Mais sache un truc, je ferai de toi ma go. Ta qualité là me fait l'os les mots. Y'a même pas femme pour toi, crois pas que je te l'eau. Trop parler, donne-toi, tu sais ce que tu vaux. Mais sache un truc, je ferai de toi ma go.
Ça c'est mon goût, ça c'est mon goût, c'est mon goût. Yango tu me rends fou, tu es mon goût, je m'en fous. Ça c'est mon goût, ça c'est mon goût, c'est mon goût. Yango tu me rends fou, tu es mon goût, je m'en fous. Titi l'oreille ouvre, mais tu es ma yéra. J'ai trouvé ma yango, la rola c'est mon goût. Nakale me oyaye, amor me mamono les délilons. J'ai trouvé ma coco, la rola c'est mon goût. Nyango tu me rends pas blé, j'ai besoin que tu m'aides. Mon avis c'est à tes côtés, tu seras mon remède.
L'invité de la semaine n'est nul autre que l'artiste Macon qui, ma foi, aura tout donné pour atteindre le firmament même des musiques les plus regardées au Cameroun. Il aura donné bien sûr le plaisir aux nombreux mélomanes camerounais. Cette fois-ci, il a touché les cimes. Il était rencontré bien évidemment son idole, Econ, que nous avons bien évidemment partagé avec vous à travers bien évidemment les réseaux sociaux. Mais pour le compte, oui, pour le compte du Hit Parade, Mekon nous donne son parcours et nous parle de sa vie musicale. Juste pour vous, voici Mekon.
Fatima baby, Fatima baby, songo. Fatima baby, Fatima baby, songo. And the way you move, and the way you carry your whistle, songo. And the way you move, and the way you carry your whistle, songo. Helele mama, helele mama, songo. Helele mama, helele mama, oh songo. Fatima baby, I beg me to take this slowly, songo. Come be my baby, make me screw down, songo.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure being here. Well, Macon is a young artist from the south region of Cameroon, precisely from the northwest, but I'm based in Boya. And you know, I started the journey of my musical career about 5 years ago when I took music as a profession. So that's just Macon, and I'm trying to put the urban music of Cameroon out there in the world. So that's it.
Ok, alors Marcon, est-ce que tu peux nous présenter ta carrière musicale, comment tu as commencé et jusqu'ici, quelles sont les prouesses, comment tu as commencé?
It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. J'ai commencé depuis 5 ans, when I took it as a profession, you know, and it has not really been easy, but I thank God because there has been some changes in urban music and things have really been good as compared to 5 years back. I think everything is beautiful. So I think my musical career for these 5 years has been a very good one because now our music can be able to sell out both national and international.
Alors aujourd'hui, on sait qu'en termes de carrière musicale, tu as eu